video tutorial, you're going to learn how to use a serger. The serger works very similar to your sewing machine. The power button is in the right back corner. It has a needle, feed dogs, and a presser foot. The only difference is that there is no speed control, so be sure to monitor your speed with your foot. And the second difference is that there's a knife that cuts the fabric as you sew. This is nice because it eliminates all extra bulk in your seam allowance. In order to use the serger, you first have to sew a seam at 5/8 of an inch on your sewing machine. You can see that this is already done on this piece of fabric. These two fabrics are shown right sides together, so printed side together. The 5/8 inch seam is on the curve of the fabric. Taking a closer look at the presser foot, you can see that there are two marks on the top of the foot, one on the left and one on the right. These are going to be important when you're lining up your fabric. Place your fabric so that the original seam sewn on your machine is lined up with the left mark on the presser foot, like this. The knife is located to the right of the presser foot, right here. As you sew, it will cut off the extra fabric. When you serge, you want to make sure that this seam stays lined up with this left mark the entire time. As you come to the curve, be sure to go slow. Don't overcompensate for the curve. If you go too far in, you're going to cut through your seam and have a hole. If you don't get close enough to the edge or you go too far out, your seam finish is not going to be on the edge of your fabric. It would be off of your fabric. Turn the fabric as you sew around the curve. Make sure to chain off. If you cut the threads right now, you'll unthread the machine for the next person. So when you get to the end of the fabric, keep sewing all the way off the end of the fabric. On the left-hand side of the serger, there's a small razor blade covered by a plastic cap. Just bring the thread up to the razor blade towards you and cut. You know if you did it correctly because the serge is on the fabric and it has not crossed over the original seam.